I wasn't going to let the bad performance hold me back. Dooks of Weaseltown had already been in development for a little bit because I mentioned earlier that with Zug Zug. Zug Zug was trying to introduce me to slower forms of dance, which was definitely not in my repertoire. But I was trying to delve into more sentimental feeling, absorbing the feeling of the dance and conveying the message and the emotion in the lyrics, rather than hitting the bass as hard as possible. We began practice on this. Development started not long after FWA. Within a month, we started coming up with concepts, and we finalized our song choices and our mix. And we worked so well together. It was a complete night and day from For World Order, because the communication was constant. Practice every week. And the practice was chill. It was relaxed. It wasn't super high levels, this is important. It was laid back, and we were making a performance as friends. And that was really the magic, and the difference was the way we meshed and communicated, and the way we bonded with each other was irreplaceable.
Ready to kiss her. Wind up. Cause I'm cool.
Sparta. Kick me. Oh, take my hand and remind me what we used to believe and dream.
And I cannot thank Zug Zug enough for giving me that experience following such a hard one.
Around this time, a lot of my choreography was based on one of two videos, essentially, when writing choreography. It came from Attica 71, a video by Anthony Lee, as well as basically the entire collection of Robot Boys material, but specifically instrumentality. In addition, a lot of my non-fandom inspiration came from a dancer named Reno.
We go into Megaplex. Of course, we get to perform this choreography for prelims, and then of course we get to do it on stage.
Eyes on me, we're doing this.
I guess we just keep dancing.
The crowd gave us a near standing ovation, and I could not hear anything over the cheers. It was a moment I will never be able to replace, and the praise we got from the judges just as good, and we got second place.
The Dukes of Weaseltown!
Only losing to one of the most batshit insane performances I've ever seen with Docs Drake's debut. This was kind of a high point for me as a dancer. I started doing some stuff with Kerfluffle, which was an online dance competition at the time run by Cord Kitty. I started running it eventually myself, and eventually it migrated into Fairgrounds. It was a very hard to manage competition. It's where I first saw Lazuli dance. It's where I first saw the dancer known as Emerson Dance. It's where I saw a lot of dancers I'd never seen before, like Monty Shepard, now Everest, and a few others. There's a lot of dancers who have come through the woodwork there that now are on the big stage that were just starting out at that time. It was a great little experience, but it has since been something I've drifted away from. I wanted to mention it without going into huge detail about it. I ended up winning the second one, which was at the time my only comp win. That was in late 2015.
One thing that was becoming increasingly clear was I loved praise. The first time I ever really experienced praise on any kind of level was post Floor Wars at Anthrocon 2013, where a couple of people started talking to me and telling me how good I was and telling me how much they liked my dance. And I noticed it again after each dance competition I would do. People would come up to me after the competition and tell me how much they loved my performance. And after this happened several times, it started getting to a point where I would wear my fursuit longer just to take all that in like a sponge. But it got to a point where you can only get so much praise before you start, wanting more, wanting bigger, wanting that rush of something that just hit you in all your feels in all the right ways. And those are fleeting. Those are moments that come once in a while. You don't get those moments every time you perform. You get those moments on those special occasions. It's the time between them that make those moments so special.